Thought I'd make a follow-up video today for those of you that are curious to find out what gun my mother ended up with as her first handgun. Most of you might remember that a few days ago I posted a video where she decided she finally wants to buy her first handgun. So I took her over to Sporting Systems here in Vancouver, Washington, and started the process of picking out which gun she wanted. Now after I showed her H&Ks, Walthers, everything, she decided that she either wanted a Glock 42 or a Ruger LCR. She narrowed it down pretty quickly.
Yeah, it would be a nice one. I like this. I like this one too, dear. I can't tell which one I like the best. This one here just feels...
Well, the range I go to tomorrow has both of those, so we'll take them and rent them, and you can shoot both of those, and then we'll come back and buy whichever you like better. Those were the guns that fit her hand. That was the reason we were there, to find out which guns fit her hand and she felt comfortable with. So she narrowed it down to those two guns. So the next step was to go to the range. Well, at the range, she very quickly narrowed it down to liking the Ruger LCR better. The Glock 42 just wasn't easy to rack for her, especially not if there was a jam, which there was. So she kind of eliminated the Glock 42 very quickly, decided she wanted the Ruger LCR. Now, our time at the range there wasn't spent trying to make her a crack shot. She'll have plenty of time to shoot when she gets home. Her husband has a range set up in the backyard. She can go right out on her back deck and shoot all she wants. He shoots quite often out there. He'll teach her the finer points. Today, we were just finding out, can she handle the recoil of the gun? Is it uncomfortable for her? Now, unfortunately, due to some technical errors that were beyond our control, and by that I mean me not knowing how to use my camera phone, I didn't get any good footage of her shooting the LCR. All the footage of her shooting the LCR is either a close-up of my face because I had my camera backwards, or my thumb over the camera lens. But luckily, I did get some footage of her shooting the Smith & Wesson. I wanted her to shoot a similar Smith & Wesson model so she could compare the two and see which one she liked better.
I love it.
Now just close it. Now put that on the table, and I'll show you how to come on there. Put your thumb down on top of it. Yep, now just put your finger on the trigger and point it down range.
Yeah.
Now aim like I told you.
Yeah.
Pull the trigger.
You actually expect me to pull the trigger?
Yeah, I expect you to pull the trigger.
Before I forget, there was somebody that came in Sunday.
It's hard to see. But it is our job.
Now the one you're actually getting will have a little bit better trigger. Now put your fingers, remember how I showed you.
Yeah.
Or if you send it out a bit farther.
Now remember to keep your sights in the right spot. Make sure those sights are level with the back sight. Now just gently squeeze the trigger. Don't pull it, squeeze it. Lower those sights a little bit.
Now I'd have to get shorter to lower those sights.
Bring the front end of the gun down a little bit. A little bit more. There you go. Now try it. Well, you hit right next to his head. Aim for that red X right there in the middle. Put the sights right on that little red X. There, see, you're hitting him in the belly. Oh, there, you got him in the chest.
I can handle the gun. There's no problem.
There's another one right next to it. See there, now you're hitting him.
I think I got it. Yes, I can handle the gun.
Yeah, well, that's all we needed to know. In the end, she ended up shooting the Ruger LCR better and liked the trigger better, so the LCR was the obvious choice. Turns out she can handle the recoil just fine, even without being an expert in the proper grip or the proper stance. We just gave her the basics to let her get started to see how the gun felt when it actually fired. Now, of course, my son wanted her to try out his new Ruger 22, just in case she decided she wanted a 22.
Yeah. That's good, boy. Practice. That's pretty good, boy. Practice.
Try to lean forward a little bit while you're shooting. Spread your feet apart. You got them all together. There you go. Standing like a bowling pin.
That's such a nice gun.
When this pulls back is when you know you're done.
That's cool.
But in the end, she decided she wanted the Ruger LCR in 38 Special. So we headed back to Sporting Systems. And once we got there, I gave her another option. She had chose the regular LCR in 38 Special, but I wanted to show her the LCRX just in case she wanted a hammer. You're going to have that same trigger pull every time. On the other one, you can cock the hammer and have the lighter trigger pull.
I think
You like
I like this one.
you like the double action only better?
I like it better than the one that. Yeah. They're both okay. It don't matter to me, really.
Well, whichever one you like better.
I like this one better. I like the one without the trigger.
I personally prefer the double action, single action, having that little bit heavier double action pull and that really light single action pull. But she preferred that middle of the road, consistent double action only pull of the Ruger LCR in the end. So that's the one she chose to go with. So now all that was left to do was just go pay for the gun. So I went up and paid for the gun. The gun shop is going to take care of everything else. They're an amazing gun shop. They take care of all the little details like getting it shipped, etc. Now, since she is a West Virginia resident and I am a Washington resident, we bought it here, but we will ship it to her FFL in West Virginia, where she will pay the sales tax and pick it up, and it will be her gun there. She'll do the 4473 there, which is good because that means she doesn't have to lie about her age or her weight in front of everybody here. So there you have it. Now, officially, the number of people in this country that support the idea that civilians should own a handgun for self-defense has grown by one elderly, liberal, little old lady.